Hi guys, I'm back. I just wanted to make another video before I actually lose my camera for about 2 weeks, week and a half. My sisters are going to France. Yay! I'm so excited. They're going to France and they're borrowing my camera, and per my request I asked them to take tons and tons of pictures. So I won't have my camera, but I did want to do an update video. This video's theme is basically going to be my first cosplay experience and just talking about that, and also what to expect when you're first cosplaying kind of thing. So here we go. So my first cosplay was Inuyasha from the hit series by Rumiko Takahashi, Inuyasha. I wore that costume to my first convention ever at Fanime, I think either 2004 or 2005. My parents bought me an Inuyasha costume as a birthday gift, and I wore it to that convention my freshman year of high school. For me, dressing up isn't really such a big deal in my family. We used to go to Celtic fairs and Renaissance fairs all the time, and we would make costumes for that. Halloween is our favorite holiday. We go all out. We usually dress up a lot. We'd buy fairy wings and wear those around, and we'd pretend we were like elves from Lord of the Rings or hobbits, and we'd even dress up as Harry Potter characters. And I actually made a fan video when I was a kid where I was like a news reporter for Harry Potter and created the character with my sister, and we were news anchors for the Quidditch match. And this was way before like any of the movies came out. This was when we were doing the books, and every midnight release we would dress up as like Harry Potter characters or just in like witch clothes or something. To be honest, my first time cosplaying, I did feel a lot of anxiety. My sister and I were literally the only ones dressed up on our field trip. We were dressed as Inuyasha and Sailor Moon, the only people cosplaying on our bus, and we took a public bus transportation. So it was just really kind of awkward and weird, and I was terrified that my sister had lied to me and that no one was going to be dressed up, and we would show up and be the only people dressed up at this convention. I was just like, oh great, this is just going to be the icing on top of the cake. I'm gonna be another kind of level of freakiness at my high school, because I already stood out. As soon as we got there, there was a bunch of people in costume, and my anxiety kind of went away, and I was like, oh, okay, this is great. Basically, my first costume, I didn't have the funds to buy wigs, contacts, or any of that fun stuff that I do now. And so I actually used the color hairspray, and I hairsprayed my hair white. And when I ran out of the cans after I think like a day, I just used my blonde hair. I really didn't have much of the cosplay world intact. I wasn't a part of it. I didn't even know that there was a word for what I was doing all these years. When I found out about the cosplay world, I immediately jumped right into it and started making my own costumes, started using wigs and figuring things out. I had a blast in my first costume, and I feel like everyone's first experience should be like that. When you first cosplay, really just have fun with it. Don't worry about looking weird or standing out. That's the point of costuming, and that's the point of just going to a convention, is just to have fun. And the point of dressing up is to have fun. So make sure that you do. Don't worry about what others are going to say or what other cosplayers are going to think. I've made a lot of my friends through having my costumes, and it's just a wonderful experience your first time. So I already asked you guys a question, and some of you have been responding with comments, but I'd really like to see some videos posted by you guys that are just going to be related or linked to this video. And my first question is for the cosplayers that follow me. My question for you guys is, what was your first cosplay story? Tell me your first experience in costume. What was your costume? Show me a picture and just talk about what you felt like, what your anxieties were, if you had any, if you had fun, if you didn't have fun. I want to hear about it. And my second question for the non-cosplayer followers I have, my question would be, what was your first encounter with cosplay, and what was your first impression of it? Thank you so much for tuning in. I will have more funny story stuff, funny things to put on the channel later. This is more just like a vloggy, narcissistic YouTube kind of thing. Bye bye everybody! Goodbye!